Hello students, so today I am going to discuss the Botany Unit 2 Genetics and Evolution for the second year students. So first I will discuss what is genetics. So genetics means the study of heredity, the branch of science which deals with the study of heredity. So again another term comes, heredity. Heredity means the inheritance of character, or you can say it is a transmission of characters, the process through which the parental characters or any characters transmits or transferred or inherited from parent to offspring. That is called heredity. So the study of heredity means genetics. So science of genetics deals with the transmission, inheritance, variation and interaction of the gene in the living organisms. So all these things, transmission, inheritance, variation and interaction. So charita terms in use kali. Transmission means first part clear, because the characters are transmitted from one generation to the next generation. This is the first part. Then inheritance, the same meaning. Inheritance means transmission of characters. Then inheritance of variation. Variation means, so no two individuals are identical, even twin brother and twin sister. That difference, the difference may be small or it may be more, but difference is there. Because during the process of gamete formation, crossing over takes place. So due to the crossing over, the chromosomal segment exchange, that means the variation occurs in the offspring. So inheritance, that variation also inherited to generation after generation. That interaction of these genes. So the genes, those are present within the organism. The genes are interacts with each other and influencing with each other. Then due to such interactions, the phenotype expression or the morphological expressions are expressed in the offsprings. So this genetics, the science of inheritance, and finally that was discovered by G.J. Mendel in 19th century. So the Mendel was the pioneer of genetics, because you are the man for the first time given some idea regarding the process of transmission of character, how the parental character transmitted, in which way the characters are transmitted to the parent offspring. So because of that, he was considered the father of genetics. Although after Mendel there are several changes, several modifications of Mendel's discovery takes place by the different genetics. But the preliminary idea, the basic concept of the inheritance, a basic concept of the genetics was provided by Mendel. And also Mendel postulates the law of heredity. So there are 4 laws as proposed by Mendel. That is law of dominance, law of unity character, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. So there are 4 laws as proposed by Mendel from his experiments, that is monohybrid cross experiment and dihybrid cross experiment. So why Mendel selected the garden pea plant for the experiment material? But experimenting material is a garden pea plant को कहीं Mendel select करते ले, and what are the reasons for Mendel's success? So there are 6 points are there. So first one, there were several varieties of pea plants with distinct alternative traits. Traits means character. So pea plant re 7 pair of contrasting character thila. Contrasting character in the sense, suppose height is the character. Jodi ame consider kariba, height ro alternative hochi tall or dwarf. Semiti jodi ame shape of the seed noba, shape of the seed la character. Contrasting kono na tara round seed or shrunken seed. Similarly, color of the flower ame naba gote character, tara contrast hochi Suppose red white किंबा yellow green ये सब तार contrasting. सेमिति length of the pollen short long. So in this way 7 pairs of contrasting characters were present on the pea plants. That was very easy to experiment. There are different types of alternative choice that they are for experiment. So Mendel selects garden plant for this reason. Another important point, the garden pea plants are easily cultivated and easily available. That can be cultivated in the garden. There is no any special treatments are required. So it is very easy to cultivate in the garden. The plants were annual and useful in getting quick results. Annual means you have already known that. So when the plant completes life cycle in one season, यदि गोटे season ले life span complete करे तब हम annual plant को दुईटा ले biennial, more than 2 ले perennial. So that was annual plant. That means गोटे season ले result मिली जाउथला. तो ये गोटे थला plus point तार. Flowers are self-pollinated and bisexual. Flowers are self-pollinated and bisexual. So both androecium and gynoecium, male sex and female sex organs, present in the same plant, so that it was easy to self-pollinate. So Mendel ताका choice अनुसार ताको self-pollinate करथले ये plant से plant क्रॉस जो ताको निज choice अनुसार because they are self-pollinated plant and bisexual. So the varieties could be artificially cross-pollinated and producing fertile hybrids. So जो variety develop करथले से artificially ताको choice अनुसार ये plant को plant ताको desired character अनुसार को plant को कासे से cross करथले तो artificial cross से करि करथले. That was easy because of bisexuality. Both sex से flower रे थिला तो ताको choice अनुसार को character थिवा plant से को character plant से cross करिवे. So according to choice से ता cross करि पारथले. So sharply visible 7 pairs of contrasting characters are found in the chromosome of the each plant. एवं जोटा ऑलरेडी कहि सारछि तुमको 7 pairs of contrasting characters are available in the chromosome of each plant. So this is the reason because Mendel selected the garden pea plant for his experimenting material. The allele and allelomorph. Allele कौन ना allele होची the alternative form of a character. Suppose height is the character. So height character as for Mendel high school पढ़ी थी capital T by capital T small t. ये भी tall, ये भी tall. What difference होची? This tall is a pure tall. Both are capital T. Similar genetic composition ଅଛି, but this tall is a hybrid tall because heterozygous form ର ଅଛି. ସେ दिटा different allele ଅଛି. ଗୋଟେ dwarfness ର gene ଅଛି allele ମାନ ଅଛି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ tallness ର gene ଅଛି. So tallness ର gene ତାକୁ dominant କରୁଛି ବୋଲି ଏଇ express କରି ପାରୁ ନାହିଁ. But both are tall, both plants are tall. One is pure tall and one is hybrid tall. And these two T either capital T or capital T small t, these are called alleles because the alternative form of a character, a particular character the alternative form को allele कहा जाए. So a pair of gene controlling the same character, a pair of gene controlling the same character, tallness is the character, कोटे निर्दिष्ट character control करता दिटा alternative form का मैं कहबा allele. So the gene content of the F1 plant, capital T small t, these two genes are called alleles because they are located in the same locus of the chromosome, homologous chromosome. So T is the allelic to T. So both are allelic to each other. So identical allele, जोटा कि थीबो मु जोटा कहली identical allele means this is identical allele, this is the non-identical alleles. Both alleles are representing the character tallness. But first case, this is called identical, so that it is a homozygous. Similar ଅଛି ବୋଲି एटा कहै homozygous tall. ये जो first आगे देखो this is called homozygous tall. But second case रे तो different allele रहउची, one capital T one small t, this is called heterozygous. So when two similar allele representing a particular character, that is homozygous. When two different allele presenting a similar character common character, that is tallness. तो से tallness character expression करिया पई जदि दीटा जीन similar जीन थिबो ताल ताको हम homozygous कहबा जदि दा different allele यूज बा दिरा different रहिछि माने गोटे कैपिटल टी गोटे स्मॉल टी फॉर्म रे ताको हम कहबा heterozygous. So homozygous देखो जदि homozygous आसिला suppose capital T इता homozygous. So a homozygous parent when provides gamete, जब homozygous parent का gamete formation करिवो, so both gametes carry similar type of gene. That is homogametic condition. कारण जहाल भी allele गुटे प्रकार आसीबो. But heterozygous produces one type of gamete, but heterozygous produces two. किंतु यदि हमें कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी कथा देखि ये प्लांट देखिबा तो गोटे गामेट रे कैपिटल टी आसीबार संभावना रहइबो आ गोटे गामेट रे स्मॉल टी आसीबार संभावना आसीबो. तो ये होची हेटेरोगामेटिक, ये होची होमोगामेटिक बिकॉज़ द गामेट कैरीज ओनली वन टाइप ऑफ जीन allele, but in this case two possibilities are there, either capital T or small t. So always the heterozygous produces two or more than two types of gametes. तो दुईरु अलगा अधिक टाइप रे गामेट से फॉर्मेशन करिवो हेटेरोजाइगस. एटा दीटा कैरेक्टर अछि, दीटा या पर जति चारटा कैरेक्टर थांता डायहेब्रिड क्रॉस रे त माने दीटा कैरेक्टर कंट्रोल करता फैक्टर गोटे प्लांट थांता माने टॉल प्लांट रेड फ्लावर त माने टॉलनेस पई तार दीटा जीन allele थिबो आउ दीटा allele कलर को एक्सप्रेशन करिया पई थिबो. तो सेठी चारिटा allele रहि जाइतो. तो से जगह रे गामेट दीटा कैरी करिवो चारि प्रकार गामेट आसी से जगह रे फोर टाइप्स ऑफ गामेट आसी. सिट में कहूची द हेटेरोजाइगस ऑलवेज प्रोड्यूसेस two or more than two types of gametes. Suppose मोर एग्जांपल होची देखो, सपोज गोटे हेटेरोजाइगस प्लांट रे कैरीज कैपिटल T स्मॉल t कैपिटल R स्मॉल r ए गोटे प्लांट अछि. तो एटा अछि कोन टॉल और रेड बा टॉल प्लांट विथ रेड फ्लावर. ये चारि प्रकार गामेट दबो. काई किमि चारि प्रकार गामेट दबो ना गोटे कैपिटल T कैपिटल R गामेट आसबारे पॉसिबिलिटी अछि. आउट गामेट कैपिटल T स्मॉल r आसबार पॉसिबिलिटी अछि. आउट गामेट स्मॉल t कैपिटल R आसबार पॉसिबिलिटी अछि. तो आउट आसला स्मॉल t स्मॉल r पॉसिबिलिटी. तो फोर टाइप्स ऑफ पॉसिबल गामेट्स एथुर आसीबो. जदि सेटा होमोजाइगस हेता माने कैपिटल T कैपिटल R चॉइस गोटिए ओनली कैपिटल ए गोटिए चॉइस थाबे अब किछि चॉइस नाही, नो चॉइस. तो होमोजाइगस केस रे ऑलवेज ओनली वन गामेट, नो अदर चॉइस. But in heterozygous there are more than two gametes. So this is the difference between homozygous and heterozygous. Then come to the dominant and recessive factor. Dominant and recessive जो मैं कहली, the in case of F1, so when a tall plant, a pure tall plant crossed with a pure dwarf plant, then F1 এটা হচ্ছে F1 ৰ জেনারেশন. কারণ এই দুটা হোমোগামেটিক কন্ডিশন আছে. দিস ইজ হোমোগামেটিক টল, দিস ইজ হোমোগামেটিক ডোয়ার্ফ. সো F1 কম্বিনেশন is like capital T small t means it is a heterozygous, it is a F1 hybrids, but the result is tall. So tall kahe asila na because two different alleles remain present in a particular locus. So one allele expresses and other allele unable to express. So those capable to express, that is dominant, those incapable to express, that is recessive. So in this example capital T is dominant over small t. That means in F1 both tallness character controlling factor and dwarfness character controlling factor, both factors are remain present at a particular locus, but tallness expresses, dwarfness unable to express. That means dwarfness character is the recessive, tallness character is the dominant. So this is called dominant and recessive. So Mendel always find out that the two different allele when remain in the heterozygous form responsible for different characters, but one character is expresses. जदि रेडनेस आउ व्हाइटनेस रो जीन गोटे जगह रहउची F1 ले तो रेड आसुची व्हाइट आसु नाही. जदिओ सेठी व्हाइटनेस रो जीन सेठी रही। फॉर एग्जांपल कैपिटल आर स्मॉल आर, so capital R for red color, small r for white color. So in this case both remain together, but redness expresses whiteness character unable to express. So in that cases red character by red color is dominant over white, so that such type of inheritance it is called dominant and recessive factor. So during the course of inheritance always dominant character expresses and recessive character unable to expresses but remain suppressed. In the next generation whenever it got chance then it will express. That was a chance by you, whenever it gets chance then it may expresses. तार आइडेंटिटी से लॉस करे नहीं, केवल सप्रेस है कि रहे। F2 रे जो तक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलिबो, अपॉर्चुनिटी माने ता पाखरे डोमिनेंट जीन न रहले से एक्सप्रेशन कर जिवो। धर स्मॉल टी अछि ता नेक्स्ट जनरेशन रे क्रॉस हबो, स्मॉल टी पाखरो स्मॉल टी पळेले डॉर्फनेस आसी जिवो, किंतु कैपिटल टी ता पाखरे थिले से एक्सप्रेशन करि परिबो नाही, जब से डोमिनेंट रिसेसिव फैक्टर काम करूछि। ये हला गोटे। तापर आसीबो डायरेक्ट एंड रेसिप्रोकल क्रॉस। These are the fundamental things. You mindfully याको बुझो, एटा न बुझिले तमे बुझि परिबोनी, जेनेटिक्स रे प्रॉब्लम करबो तमे आगे भलो भलो सुनथो। गोटे जे डायरेक्ट आउट रेसिप्रोकल क्रॉस। डायरेक्ट मींस सपोज कैपिटल टी आमनले मेल प्लांट ताको आमे क्रॉस करले ड्वार्फ प्लांट एटा को लेला फीमेल। रिजल्ट जहां आसला रिजल्ट को छाड़े फोन कोन आसला पूरा कोन आसला, किंतु आमे पैरेंटल जनरेशन ले गोटे टॉल प्लांट प्योर टॉल प्लांट नेथिले मेल एवं प्योर ड्वार्फ नेथिले फीमेल। ना नेक्स्ट क्रॉस रे आमे कोन करले ना कैपिटल टी प्लांट को नै गेला आमे फीमेल एवं स्मॉल टी को नेले मेल, सेक्स रिवर्स करले। दिस इज रेसिप्रोकल क्रॉस। फास्ट क्रॉस को जदि रिवर्स कर दिया जाए दैट इज रेसिप्रोकल। फास्ट क्रॉस रे जोटा को मेल फीमेल नहीं थिबो, सेकंड क्रॉस रे ताको चेंज कर दबो। ए क्रॉस बिटवीन एनी टू इंडिविजुअल्स इज कॉल्ड डायरेक्ट क्रॉस। फर्स्ट क्रॉस इज डायरेक्ट क्रॉस, एनी टू इंडिविजुअल्स। बट व्हेन we change the order of individuals in crossing by reversing their male and female, जोटा कहली सेक्स रिवर्सल हबो। से डायरेक्ट क्रॉस रे जोटा नहीं थिले सेकंड क्रॉस रे तार सेक्स को रिवर्स कर दबा। यदि हमें टॉल को मेल नहीं थिले सेकंड केस रे टॉल को नबा फीमेल, यदि ड्वार्फ को नहीं थिले फीमेल तो सेकंड केस रे ड्वार्फ को नबा मेल। सो दैट इज कॉल्ड रेसिप्रोकल क्रॉस। दिस इज कॉल्ड सेक्स रिवर्सल of the first cross. First cross रो जहां नहीं थलो ताको सेक्स को रिवर्स कर देले सेटा कह जाय रेसिप्रोकल क्रॉस। देन कम टू द another term is a pure line. Pure line होची जे a pure line is a plant which breeds true on selfing means produces only one type of offspring. एटा कोन एक्चुअली ना में जते क्रॉस करले किछि चेंज आसीबो नाही, सही बारंबार सही सेम जिंस रे आसीबो। सपोज आमे नले गोटे टॉल प्लांट नेले एवं आउट मध्ये से टॉल प्लांट नेले, दिटा टॉल नेचे मेल को नेचे फीमेल नेचे, तो जते क्रॉस करले से टॉल आसीबो, जते क्रॉस करले से टॉल आसीबो, कारण अब चेंज होबो नाही। एडा जे प्योर लाइन कहवा जाय। ए प्योर लाइन जे प्लांट व्हिच ब्रीड्स ट्रू, दिस इज कॉल्ड ट्रू ब्रीडिंग। जति ताकू रिसेसिव प्लांट क्रॉस कर दबा सेटा ट्रू ब्रीडिंग होबनी, कारण सेतरे हेटेरोजाइगस पळे आसीबो, हाइब्रिड पळे आसीबो, अन्य गोटे प्लांट पळे आसीबो। एई प्रकार क्रॉस गोटे प्योर होमोजाइगस प्लांट क्रॉस करले सेटा कह जाय ब्रीड ट्रू। एवं जेते जनरेशन आफ्टर जनरेशन क्रॉस कले मध्य ओनली वन टाइप ऑफ ऑफस्प्रिंग आसीबो। सेल्फ पोलिनेशन जते करि चलिबो, सेल्फ पोलिनेशन क्रॉस पोलिनेशन कर चेंज हिजिबो, अन्य क्रॉस माने अदर सहित क्रॉस कर दबो। से सेम टाइप रे खाली बारंबार जते क्रॉस करबो किछि चेंजिंग कैरेक्टर आसीबो नाही, से सेम चलिबो जनरेशन आफ्टर जनरेशन। दिस इज कॉल्ड प्योर लाइन। देन कम द डिफरेंस बिटवीन होमोजाइगस एंड हेटेरोजाइगस। इंडिविजुअली होमोजाइगस तो बुझाई देली, इंडिविजुअली हेटेरोजाइगस को कहली जदि सिमिलर फॉर्म ऑफ एलीली गोटे लोक से रहउतबो एवं गोटे पर्टिकुलर कैरेक्टर एक्सप्रेशन करे लाइक कैपिटल टी दैट इज होमोजाइगस। जदि डिसिमिलर एलीली बा डिफरेंट एलीली रिमेन एसोसिएटेड इन वन लोकस फॉर एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ सेम कैरेक्टर दैट इज कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, दिस इज हेटेरोजाइगस। ये थिला वन लाइन ले बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन होमोजाइगस एंड हेटेरोजाइगस। तो आइडेंटिकल एलीली आर प्रेजेंट एट द सेम लोकस ऑफ ए होमोलोगस पेयर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम। तार अगेंस्ट एट आसिला डिसिमिलर एलीलीज आर प्रेजेंट एट द सेम लोकस इन होमोलोगस पेयर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम। जदि सिमिलर एलीली एठी थिला डिसिमिलर एलीली। होमोजाइगस कंडीशंस when both male and female gametes carrying the same factor କହିଥିଲି ତମକୁ ଗାମେଟ୍ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହବନି only one type of gamete ଆସିବ ତାର କିନ୍ତୁ ସେଥିରେ କ'ଣ ଆସିବ heterozygous different gamete ଆସିବ carrying different factor two different types of gametes ଆସିବ ସେଠି heterozygous form two or more than two କାରଣ ଏଟା ହେଉଛି homogametic ସେଟା ହେଉଛି heterogametic and in case of homozygous plants breed to their characters ଯଦି homozygous plant ସେଟା ଏବେ ବୁଝେଇଲି ତୁମକୁ breed true ବା pure line ଯୋଉଟା ତମେ କହୁଛ homozygous plant ରେ ଯେତେ self pollination କଲେ true breed ଆସିବ true breed ଅର୍ଥ ହେଉଛି no change parental character ଯାହା ଥିବ offspring ମଧ୍ୟ ସେଇଆ ଚାଲିବ କିନ୍ତୁ heterozygous ରେ breed true ହବ ନାହିଁ କାରଣ heterozygous form ରେ ଯଦିଓ ସେଟା tall ଦେଖା ଯାଉଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ dwarfness ର ଜିନ୍ ଅଛି ତା ପାଖରେ ତ ସେଟା ଫରୱାର୍ଡ ଜେନେରେସନ ସେ କ୍ୟାରେକ୍ଟର ଶୋ କରିବ ତ ସେ ବ୍ରିଡ୍ ରୁ ଆସିବ ନାହିଁ ତା ଭିତରେ ଡ୍ୱାର୍ଫ ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ ପଳେଇ ଆସିବ ଅବଶ୍ୟ ରେସିଓ କମ୍ ଆସିବ କିନ୍ତୁ ମଝିରେ ମଝିରେ ଡ୍ୱାର୍ଫ ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ ସେଠି ଶୋ କରିବ ତେଣୁ ସେଟାକୁ ଆମେ ବ୍ରିଡ୍ ଟ୍ରୁ କହିପାରିବା ନାହିଁ ଦିଜ୍ ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟସ୍ ଡୁ ନଟ୍ ବ୍ରିଡ୍ ଟ୍ରୁ ଟୁ ଦେୟାର କ୍ୟାରେକ୍ଟର ତ ପ୍ୟୁଅର ଟଲ୍ ଅର୍ ପ୍ୟୁଅର ଡ୍ୱାର୍ଫ କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲିଟି ଅର୍ ସ୍ମଲ୍ ଟି ବୋଥ୍ ଆର୍ ସିମିଲାର ସେମାନେ ସବୁ ଆସିବ ହୋମୋଜାଇଗସ୍ କଣ୍ଡିସନରେ ହାଇବ୍ରିଡ୍ ଟଲ୍ କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲିଟି ସ୍ମଲ୍ ଟି କମ୍ବିନେସନ୍ ସେ ହେଉଛି ତମର ହେଟ୍ରୋଜାଇଗସ୍ then phenotype and genotype genotype hochi when two individuals are morphologically similar but genetically different mane kara jau capital T out asla capital T small t ye plant bhi tall so morphologically both are tall and similar in appearance but genetically there is a difference so far as genetic constitution is concerned both are different from each other one homozygous both carrying similar factor similar allele other one heterozygous containing two dissimilar allele jodi eta hochi phenotypes genotype kon hobo na genotype hochi mane karo ye bi capital small t ye bi capital small t both are tall ye dita plant ho genotype तार अर्थ when the plants are morphologically as well as genetically similar तो basic difference होची phenotype रे plants are morphologically similar but genetically different plants are both morphologically as well as genetically same so this is the basic concept between phenotype and genotype and Mendel's जो phenotype ratio जो दीटा मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस एक्सपेरिमेंट करा हिच मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस एक्सपेरिमेंट कोन हिच देखो या पर तो सेपटर अछि तो जे जो आसला तो बुझि देखो माने करो गोटे कैपिटल टी प्लांट टू स्मॉल टी